All right, guys. My name is Shay. I'm here with WRSU, and we are now interviewing the folks from Grizfolk. How you guys doing today?
Good. We're great. We're great.
Good to hear.
Honey, did I wake you? I had that falling dream again. Feel it going nowhere.
So I was checking out you guys' basically like your movements, how you guys have been like operating recently, and I've noticed that up until the release of this new album that you guys have planned for the 19th, I believe, of July, Rarest of Birds, you guys haven't really been releasing music. You've been focusing on your touring life. So can you guys give me a little bit about like how that's been, what you guys have been up to, and what you guys saw that you might not have expected of the work? You guys have been all over, and not just, Sweden and America. You guys have been international, right? That's what's up.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of that experience.
Well, I mean, we were fortunate to tour with a band called The Still, and they took us over to Europe, and played some fun shows with them in the States, and But this time around, we took the time to really be in the studio for a while and get this album right, and we're super proud of it, and we're stoked to release it July 19th.
So, was there any certain kind of direction that you guys were trying to move forward with this album? I've noticed your music in general has such a uplifting, such a like positive kind of vibe to it. Is it still gonna be able, or should we still expect that same kind of energy from this new album? If not, where would you guys you kind of describe the movement?
I think it's definitely still, you're going to find some uplifting stuff, but you're also going to find maybe something a little more, a little deeper with the lyrics. We try to make music that people can relate with, and also that people can, that makes people happy, not sad.
That's a really strong point of view. The first time I listened to you guys, the reason that I really wanted to interview you guys was because when I first heard your music, I don't know how to describe it. It hit something that was like nostalgic in me, like something that reminded me of the music I would listen to when I was younger, and it just it resonated with me. Do you guys kind of channel that energy into your music purposefully, or is it just kind of you let the energy go and that's just where it happens to take you? Or
we are who we are, as anyone is, obviously, right? And that just kind of comes through in the music, and we try to be relatively positive people. It's very difficult sometimes, but we've been saying this a lot today. We've kind of been through a lot over the past 3 years, or however long it's been since our first record, and this album is kind of both collectively and individually, it's what we've kind of been through and coming on the other side.
I feel that. Can you give me a little bit, if it's not, too personal to get into, or if it's not to spoil the album or anything, but what have you guys been through specifically over the past couple of years, besides touring and what you might have seen through that? But
well, me personally, I quit drinking a little over a year ago. Congratulations. Thanks, man. So that's been a big part of it, sort of getting sober. And there's a lot of that in the lyrics this time, but there's also some depression.
A band there's it ebbs and flows, and we wrote a lot of these songs when we were in the deep, and we wrote the songs to actually get out of the deep. So it's the music, I feel, plays along with the lyrics. The lyrics are very deep, but the music is very uplifting and gives you another it gives you hope.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really powerful thing to convey through your music, because again, you do try to make it relatable to people and your audiences, but at the same time it's for you. It's therapy, I would imagine, in its own way, to kind of move through the things you've experienced. I think the fans can appreciate that. I've noticed, I was looking at your Twitter page with the new single you guys just dropped, Hurricane. There's a lot of love for that song on the internet, a lot of inspiration behind that. Can I just hear a little bit about the process behind making that record specifically, and what made you guys decide to make that your new single?
That was actually, we've been writing this record for a while, and that was one of the older songs that we had way back, 2 years ago maybe, and we kind of forgot about it for a while, and then for whatever reason when we were midway through to almost done with this album, Frederick kind of reintroduced the song, and he had this just a piano and a vocal. That was the idea, and that was kind of the vibe of it. And that, for whatever reason, kind of made us think that song, Hurricane, could fit in with this new batch. And this new, kind of like when we ran it through the Rarest of Birds filter, it worked. And we even have, like, there's a little clip of just the piano and the vocal. And it was really heartfelt, and we loved the song anyway, but for whatever reason, that kind of made it fit, and we're so glad it fits in this because it's one of our favorites.
That's awesome to hear. There's something about that, like when you walk away from a song and come back to it, if it's still as impactful as when you first made it, that's how you know it's a keeper. And the internet's, kind of spoken. It's, it is a keeper. So it's really nice to see that kind of come through. I guess before we head out, I just wanted to ask if you guys have anything you want to really mention to the fans, let them know you guys have been working on. We already know what you guys are coming out with soon, but where do you guys see yourself going beyond Rarest of Birds, and what's to come?
Just keep on making music. I mean, we're super stoked to go on the road again and play these new songs for everyone on this tour that's coming up in July. Other than that, when we get back, we're just gonna keep on writing music and release more music. So
no rest for the wicked, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Gotta keep pushing. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for sitting down with us, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you too.
Thank you, guys.
We're Grizfolk, and this is WRSU.